Forza Motorsport has come a long way since it first came out almost 20 years ago. With 7 games already under its belt, each title has been received well by fans and critics alike. Now after 6 years since the last entry, the 8th Forza Motorsport game hopes to push the boundaries of realism to another level. After spending a lot of hours driving and turning through the tracks, it's easy to say that it is by far the best racing simulation game right now. Why? Tune in to find out. This is a video adaptation of our Forza Motorsport review article on GameIt. Check the full review link below. Usually in our reviews, this is the section we devote to the story of the game. And in Forza Motorsport, well, there's absolutely none. Which honestly makes sense for a game like Forza. Instead, we get a career mode, which follows your character as you join tournaments consisting of different series of races. Each of which can only be joined by a specific set of cars with a specific power range. You'll only be able to stick with one car per tournament and upgrade it as you progress. With an already sizable number of available tournaments, the future of the single-player career mode of Forza Motorsport looks promising. Players who aren't really into the multiplayer scene probably won't run out of single-player content. However, the career mode can definitely feel tiring and repetitive, especially in long gaming sessions. Even with different vehicles, it can be a bit dry once you've already raced all of the maps. Another factor of why it might feel dry is because of the drivatars, the AI drivers you race against. They're not bad. In fact, they're pretty good, especially when they have lots of space and not many cars around them. However, when they're all clustered together, they become noticeably bad. While it can be challenging to chase them and get past them, once you do, they give up pretty easily and just play it safe from there. Because of these AI tendencies, it creates a trend where around 5 cars are always far ahead of everyone else, and the rest are grouped up together, struggling to get past each other. They'll only get past you if you mess up really badly, but you can easily erase that with the rewind feature, should you have that turned on, or if you go on a pit stop. Another glaring issue in career mode is how the game forces you to do a couple of practice laps before each race. They present it like it's a key, unskippable part of the game, however, there's actually an option to skip these sessions, which is extremely easy to miss. We had played tons of hours before finally finding this option. Despite all these issues, the game is still fun to play and progress on, regardless of its tendency to become repetitive at times. Just like our tendency to repeat for you to subscribe! So make sure to hit that like and subscribe to get updated on the latest news and reviews here at GameIt. The whole point of Forza Motorsport is to participate in races, and that's exactly what the game excels at. The team behind Forza Motorsport was able to channel all of their energy into creating a deep yet incredible driving experience. Everything integral to a racing simulator was executed with total mastery in this game. Its game modes, although somewhat flawed, are pretty good in their current state, with the potential to be great. For the first time in ages, racing games have never been as addicting as this. Forza Motorsport delivers an exceptional driving experience through its top-notch physics, handling, and overall gameplay. The emphasis Forza puts on game physics and the overall feel of driving in this game is just outright outstanding. Obviously, the driving leans a lot more to the driving simulation genre rather than arcade-style racing games. Forza Motorsport is accessible to even casual players of the racing genre, as the game offers assistance with the more complex things beginners may not exactly understand, like fine-tuning and fuel strategies. The game caters to all types of drivers, from beginners to experts. The realistic handling of cars in the game may be difficult to deal with for complete newbies, but they won't struggle for too long, as they'll quickly get the hang of it and be at least competitive enough to face the easiest difficulty of bots. There are also certain settings and accessibility features that are there to aid beginner to intermediate players. Beginners can race in automatic transmission cars with a driving line on the road to serve as a visual guide to accelerating, gliding, and braking. Meanwhile, veterans looking for a challenge can amp up the difficulty, turn off the assistance features, and start races closer to the end of the starting line. With over 500 available cars you can drive with, Forza Motorsport offers its players a vast array of usable vehicles. It's worth noting that a lot of the older car models are exactly as they were in previous games, with no visual or graphic updates. However, each vehicle is pretty close to the way it is in real life and gives its users a unique driving feel. This is even more apparent when you use the driver's POV from inside the vehicle. But while the first-person view of the driver in the cockpit is the most realistic and visually appealing POV option, it's not the most practical for competitive gaming. Aside from its uniquely detailed interior, Each vehicle's performance, design, and roaring engines give loads of unique driving experiences waiting to be felt. Probably one of the biggest issues with Forza Motorsport is its RPG-style car progression system, which locks customization parts behind a grind. Using your car in any of the game modes gives you experience, which, when accumulated, levels you up and unlocks certain parts of the vehicle. You'll have plenty of money to buy the cars you want, but CP, or the currency you use to upgrade your vehicles, definitely takes a while to accumulate. The system is really a hit or miss depending on who you ask. On one hand, beginners may feel rewarded as they improve and level up their cars the more they drive them. On the other hand, gearheads who would love to get into the nitty-gritty of car customization right away will probably be displeased to know that they have to grind for the specific parts they want. Leveling up doesn't take as long as the ultra grindy games we've come to know, but it's still grindy. Moreover, as we mentioned before, it's pretty tough to save up the CP you need to get your ultimate build ready, as the game incentivizes you to consistently upgrade your car between each race in a series. Most players would only need to buy a car they want once, however, there are those who tend to own more than one car of the same model, each tuned for a different purpose. That isn't something that you can easily do in Forza Motorsport, as each car will start at level 1 even if it's a model that you already own at max level. Although multiplayer is already looking very solid, it's definitely not perfect. An issue we noticed is that other people can still affect your safety rating. You can be driving as safely as humanly possible, but still have your score lowered down by drivers who consistently hit you rather than the other way around. This can potentially be problematic as people may try to ruin other people's multiplayer experience just by constantly trying to ram you or run you out of the track. The scheduled races can also be a con, since if you had just missed the event, you'd have to wait another 20 to 30 minutes for the next one in the same category. The upside is that once you finished one, you could join the next one right before it starts. But you might end up having to plan around the schedule rather than just casually hopping on to do the race. Even if the game was still on early access at the time of review, there's just so many inconvenient bugs that ruin your experience. We averaged around 1 bug per playthrough, and the one we ran into most often was the one where you'd finish a race, get stuck in the loading screen, and then be forced to restart the app, leading you to find out that you have to restart the race because it didn't save. This, paired with not knowing that we could have skipped the practice laps, made for an infuriating, unnecessary repetitive experience. The bugs are so bad that if you have a look at the official Forza Motorsport support website, they'd have a very long list of known bugs. We can only hope that Forza Motorsport will provide us a bug-free racing experience down the road with its future update patch. The visuals, although not as good in the Xbox Series S we tested it on compared to when it's run in a powerful PC, do just enough to get you fully immersed in the game. As we mentioned, the attention to visual detail Forza has is commendable, with each vehicle featuring a unique interior true to its real-life counterparts. While Forza Horizon boasts aesthetically pleasing scenic landscapes, Forza Motorsport's beauty lies in its simplicity and focus solely on the racing side of things. Expect a beautiful and immersive AAA quality visual experience if you intend to play on a powerful PC setup. But if you're planning to get this game on Xbox Series S, you may need to tone down your expectations by just a little bit. Forza Motorsport's sound design also truly sounds amazing. With a decent headset on, everything sounds great and works to fully immerse you as you speed through the racetracks. It got everything right, from the sound of your engines as you accelerate, to the whooshing sound as you overtake your rivals. While we don't have the professional racing expertise to say that the car engines accurately depict its real-life sounds, we can say that its sound design is still superbly good. Game8 Reviews gives Forza Motorsport an 8.6 out of 10. The excellent gameplay, visuals, and audio provides players with the best feeling racing game simulation today. Customization in this game is vast, and while it would undoubtedly satisfy car enthusiasts, the game assists players who aren't too keen on car customization. It's an excellent racing game for both casuals and car experts who want to immerse themselves in the realm of racing simulation. But though Forza is indeed an excellent game, $70 isn't cheap by any means. However, its availability as an Xbox Game Pass title gives its subscribers a must-have entry. Players can enjoy the game without additional cost, adding significant value for those already subscribed to the service. If you enjoy the thrill of car and racing games, Forza Motorsport is an excellent game you'd want to give a shot. Whether you're the biggest car geek in the world or just a player who wants to go for a quick drive, Forza Motorsport will be there to satisfy your needs. Be sure to check out our full review article for Forza Motorsport at our website. Tune in for the next one.